Okay, mic check 1, 2. Welcome to Chemistry 3202 course overview. This is going to be a brief introduction of what's going to be covered in these overview lessons and how we can find some of the information that CDLI has provided on their website, some background information, some study guide material, and other materials of that nature that would help you out in your studies of Chemistry 3202. A quick course overview here of Chemistry 3202. You know that Chemistry 3202 involves 4 units of study. Unit 1 involves kinetics and equilibrium, which would comprise of 25% of the final exam. Kinetics refers to the rates of chemical reactions. So in this section you would study how fast chemical reactions go, how we would measure the rates of chemical reactions, and what sorts of things we could do to speed up chemical reactions or slow chemical reaction down, and other factors that may influence the speed of chemical reactions. In the equilibrium section in this unit, we'll be looking at reversible chemical reactions, special chemical reactions that can go forward or reverse, in which case we call it an equilibrium reaction, and we will be studying factors that would affect the position of this equilibrium, how to push the equilibrium forward and how to push the equilibrium backwards, and looking at the quantitative aspects of what it means when a reaction is at equilibrium. And you guys are all familiar with ICE tables, so we'll be doing a review of all that work. Unit 2 of Chemistry 3202 involves study of acids and bases. And in this unit, of course, there's 30%, so this is the bulk of the final exam. 30% of the final exam is on acids and bases, and this is where we study the background of what acids and bases are, the definitions of acids and bases, and the progression from a simple definition to a more complex definition. And we also then look at the quantitative aspects of acids and bases, being able to calculate things like pH, pOH, determining whether or not an acid or base is strong or weak, and then we also study the equilibrium aspects of acids and bases as well. So quite a substantial unit, Unit 2. Unit 3 involves thermal chemistry, and thermal chemistry, of course, involves the chemistry of energy. All right, so we'll be looking at chemical reactions and chemical processes to see what their energy exchange is, whether or not they absorb energy or release energy to their environment. We'll be looking at the quantitative aspect here, where we do calculations involving energy. We also look at the experimental ways of determining the amount of energy that's produced or absorbed by a chemical reaction or process in what's known as calorimetry. So we'll look at that as well. And finally, Unit 4 deals with electrochemistry. And this is a study of chemical reactions that involve a transfer of electrons. So chemical reactions that could potentially produce, say, an electric current in a battery. So we would look at things like electrochemical cells, how to make our own batteries, what aspects of that cell or that battery would we change or manipulate to get a larger voltage or a smaller voltage from that battery. And we would also look at electrochemistry here, electroplating. You know, if we have a silver spoon and we want to plate it out with some more silver, or we want to gold plate a piece of jewelry, what's the chemistry behind that? How much electric current do we have to pass through that piece of jewelry? And other factors that would go along with electroplating and other aspects of electrochemistry. So quite a substantial amount of work here in Chemistry 3202, and you can see the breakdown here, pretty much a balance between the 4 units, with Unit 2 bringing up the bulk of the material here. Okay. If you want some information on the public exams itself, a lot of people like to go in and look at what the Department of Education offers here. They offer a whole bunch of old exams with old answer keys, and they also offer background information as to what the course is covering, and materials and whatnot, periodic tables, data tables, things that you would be given on your public exam to help you through the exam itself. So here's the website, and I will definitely have a quick link to this in your Desire to Learn pages. As you go through this, I'll have a prominent link on the home page that will take you to this link whenever you want to go there. But if you type that link in on your browser, it will take you to a page that looks like this. And in this particular page, this is the Department of Education link, and of course what you're seeing here is it's taking you directly to the material for each particular public exam course that the department delivers. And we're going to be interested in, of course, the Chemistry 3202. So there it is. Now if you have other courses that you're doing, and no doubt you do, French, Math, English, you can access these pages from that link as well. So if you click on the Chemistry 3202 link, it'll take you to somewhere right here where it'll list a whole bunch of resources, and it'll list all the different exams that they have posted up here. They'll have some resources for you, which I'll show you now in a second. It gives you a report of how people did last year on the exam, so you know what areas. It'll tell you where students did good and where they didn't do so good and things like that. So it'll give you some ideas of where you might want to concentrate some of your efforts there. Also here it has links to various old exams, the June exams, the supplementary August exams here. And interesting enough here, for the August exams, they also have the answer keys posted. So you may want to take in a couple of these exams and print a couple off and give them a try and see if you can get the answers that they have posted here. The answers to the June exams are listed as well, but they're further down. If you scroll down the page, you'll see the answer keys to the June exam. Okay, so all these old exams they're there for chemistry, they're there for biology, math, all the different courses. You just have to follow the links. Also, of course, if you click on the resources link right here on the department website, it'll list a bunch of resources that they provide, and they're the answers for the June exams. And again, that's just further down as you scroll down. And you also get you can get a copy of a nice clean periodic table if you want a periodic table to look at, and all the different data sheets that we will be using throughout Chemistry 3202. So all that information is there. You can go get it, and you can get some nice clean data tables. And very important to have these data tables at your disposal, because we'll be using them, as you found out, throughout the year. Being able to use these data tables to quickly and efficiently get the information you're looking for. So if you don't have nice clean copies of these, then by all means make sure you go to the government website and print off a copy of these tables. And again, I will have this on a prominent page on the course website when we get going with this. All right, so I'll have all that listed. There we go. So lots of information, lots of material there that you guys can get to help you out. You know, just being able to go and get a few old public exams here now and print them off and give them a try, that'll help you as well. Okay. The table of specifications here, this is a breakdown of how they create the questions for the public exam. And it's a good idea to know how they make a public exam so that when you go into it, you're not totally blind, I guess, into knowing what's on that test. So again, here's the breakdown of the percentages. So 25% of the test is from Unit 1, 30% from Unit 2, etc. Okay, for 100%. Now, when they look at something here called the cognitive level, there's 3 levels of questioning here. Level 1 would be something like an easy question that would be total recall, a definition, you know, a simple, easy question that you should be able to get if you studied the material and you read the material and you went over it, all right? And they're saying that 5% of the 25 on Unit 1 is going to be from these easier type questions, all right? So be aware of that. Level 2 questions are a little more difficult. They're going to expect you to do something, to say, okay, they're giving you some information, and you have to try and, okay, figure out what is it they're asking me and be able to get the information from that. Calculation type questions are level 2 questions, all right? So they're the ones that are going to make you do something. Okay, so being able to use the formula Q equals mc delta T to calculate the energy, right? So that would be a level 2 question. A level 3 question, these guys are the ones that are going to make you really think. You really got to know your stuff here, and you got to sit back and say, okay, what is it they're asking me to do? And you got to realize when you do these level 3 questions, you're saying, okay, they're giving me a question on, say, thermochemistry. So you got to think about some ideas around thermochemistry, and you really got to know your stuff, and you got to, give me an answer there to show me that you really, really understand this material. And you can see the total breakdown here. So 20% are from the level 1, 60% are level 2. That's the calculation type. And 20% of the final exam is really going to test your understanding of the material. All right, so those are the tough questions. Okay, the public exam will also include information from your core labs that you were supposed to carry out throughout the year. Okay, core labs, and it's also going to involve STSE readings and materials that you guys should have done throughout the year. All right, and I'll have these STSE materials listed and posted for you guys, so you can go and have a look at them and read them. And we'll also go over them and give you a quick overview of the main ideas throughout these. Okay. The exam format, like most public exams, the exam format consists of 50 multiple choice, all right, evenly distributed throughout the different levels, all right. So you're going to have almost the same number of multiple choice from each section, a few more from acids and bases, and a couple less from the electrochemistry. Okay, and we also have what's called 4 constructed response questions, and these are questions 51 to 54. They involve parts, so they're going to be like 51A, 51B, 51C, 51D. Now, the important thing here is that question number 51 is going to be coming from the kinetics and equilibrium unit. So all of question 51 comes from that unit. Question number 52 is going to be all questions on acids and bases. And if you go print a public exam, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, right? The last question on the test, number 54, is all electrochemistry. So they've grouped it in those 4 questions. Okay? And at the same time, when we talk about level 1, 2s, and 3s here, these particular weightings, these marks, are going to be distributed throughout the multiple choice and the constructed response or long answer questions. So you're going to have a couple level 3 questions in the multiple choice, or you may have it distributed to the constructed response. So these level 3 questions and level 1 questions, everything's going to be spread throughout. All right, so expect to see them everywhere. Okay, there we go. CDLI material. Now, CDLI, the Center for Distance Learning and Innovation, the group that's providing this course overview for you, has a whole bunch of material available for you guys too to help you out with your studies and to get you organized and get you going and get you moving. And there's a few things there. So when you log on to the CDLI webpage, assuming that if you're listening to this right now, you've already accomplished that, you're there, you have your CDLI account, and you're into the CDLI webpage as well. Okay, what we're looking at here is CDLI has a whole bunch of things that we provide for you guys. And the first thing I want to look at is this link up here called the Learning Content. So if you click on the Learning Content page, that'll bring you to, okay, just follow the link. So you click on that, and that'll bring you to a whole bunch of different links. And every single course that we offer, it'll give you information, background, and course material on every single course that we offer. So if you're interested in mathematics, you click on this. Well, for us, we're interested in Chemistry 3202. So there we go, right there. I'd click on that link, and then that's going to take me to some information regarding Chemistry 3202. So, okay, I click on View. So here we go. And what I get is this little descriptive page that comes up here. It tells you all about what Chemistry 3202 is. I just did that. All right. And right here it says View Course. If you click on View Course, behind that link is every single lesson that we teach. Done by sequence, it's done by Unit 1, 2, 3, 4, it's done by sections, and it's done by lessons that we go. So if you click on View Course, every single lesson that I'm going to review for you guys throughout the next few weeks, if you click there, you will find the information that you're looking for, and it's going to be organized in the sequence in which I'm going to present it. All right, so it's going to be a real nice way to organize your information. So that's under View Course. Okay. If we go back to the main page again, and again under Learning Content, if you click on Learning Content, we're still there now. Anytime you want to come back to this main page, you simply click on Home, and that'll bring you back to this your main login page. So again, I'm still going to click on learning content, but this time I'm going to scroll down. And when I scroll down, this is all the interesting stuff we start to see here. These guys are what's called multimedia learning outcomes. These links here take you through every single course that we have listed here, section by section, lesson by lesson, and there's a teacher there doing 5-10-minute video clips on each particular topic. So for instance, if you're interested in Chemistry 2202, each particular topic that's covered in 2202 is reviewed there. Now unfortunately, we don't have that developed yet for 3202, but I got something even better for the most part. If you look over here, these links called Public Exam Reviews and Final Exam Reviews, these public exam reviews for 4 years in a row, the CDLI chemistry teachers, as well as the math and physics, have sat down and worked out every single public exam for the year specified and has done up a video clip on every single question from that exam. So if you're interested on the Chemistry 2006 exam and you really don't know how they got the answer for multiple choice number 26, you simply click on the link for 2006 and it'll take you to, oh, I don't have that link there, it'll take you to the Chemistry 2006 public exam page, and it lists every single question in order, and you simply click on the question you want worked out for you. The teacher will tell you exactly what the question's looking at, it'll work it out, tell you how they got what they got, and some of the things to look out for on those particular types of questions. So that resource right there, that itself is going to be amazing for you guys. All right, so again, I would look there on that link that's under Learning Content, and you scroll down through, and you would pick each test. All right, multiple choice are done, long answer questions are done as well. So that's going to be a great resource for you guys there. Okay, so check it out when you get a chance. Okay, here's another one, the CDLI free online tutoring. There's going to be a link here. It's not on my page because I have the teacher page here, but down here you're going to see a link to online tutoring. All right, there's going to be a prominent link on your page called online tutoring down here somewhere, and if you click on that, this tutoring is going on throughout the year. It's been going on all year for the most part. It's free tutoring, and if you click on that link, this is where it takes you. It takes you to another page outside, and it takes you to the Tutoring Newfoundland and Labrador page. And this is a little blurb about what it is we do here, but the interesting link is right here. Now, if you got a little brother in grade 9, or you can also get free tutoring for him too, if he needs it. All right, but this tutoring is free. If you click on Launch Free Tutoring, what you'll find. All right, I'm going to click on this link right here now. Bang! I clicked on it, and that takes me to another page. Okay, this tells me over here how I get access to the free online tutoring. All right, it tells me what to do. It tells you how to log in, what you got to type in there. And these pages down here, these are links to the different tutor rooms that you can go to. Now, these guys would have a schedule. So if you click on Chemistry 3202, we have 2 or 3 chemistry university students who know what they're doing. And these guys will help you with questions, and there's going to be a schedule here of when they're available and when they can help with you and whatnot. So you can log on there when they have their schedules posted. And it's free, it's online, and they're pretty good. All right, these guys haven't been used a lot, so I got a feeling if you go into these guys, you'll probably have a one-on-one tutor for whenever you need one. All right, so go in and check out the tutor schedule right there. All right, so good there, and that's going to be someone who's going to be there real time. All right, you have a question, they answer the question for you, they help you through things. All right, so and that's for every single course that's listed on these pages. And again, that's through the tutoring link. Okay, the program that we use to deliver our instructional materials that we're going to be doing for this course overview is a program called Desire to Learn. All right, D2L is what we call it for short, Desire to Learn. And this is a platform that we use to give you your lessons and to show you where you're going and help you organize your data. And there's going to be a whole bunch of links there for getting through this Chemistry 3202. And in order to launch that, what you have to do is when you log on to your CDLI portal, you're going to see something here called Launch D2L Session Live. All right, so that's going to take you to my classroom. I'm going to have a classroom there. It's a virtual classroom that'll take you there, and I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff there to help you out with Chemistry 3202. So if you click on that link, this is where you go. All right, and you come to a page here that's going to look something like this. Maybe the Vancouver Canucks may be out of the playoffs by the time you view this. I don't know. But in any case, you're going to get a page that looks something like this. I'm going to have a few instructions for you here. I'm going to have a few links. So for instance, remember those tables and charts we talked about? I'll have a link to that, so if you need to go get a nice clean periodic table, you can go and grab it there. If you want to get the public exam link, right at the Department of Education, I'll have that link for you there. We do quadratic equations in acids and bases. If you want to know how to use your graphing calculator, there's a link there for that. And I'll have a whole bunch of different links here. All right, so this is going to change a little bit, but it's going to look something like this. All right, so this is what your overall page is going to be, and I'll have some information and instructions here for you on, what we're doing next and where to find things and what's new and all that stuff. Okay. The important thing, though, here, all of these links up here, some of these are going to disappear. You won't see every single thing here, but the important one here is going to be the content link. All right, and that's going to take you to the content that this course has to offer here. So if I click on content, bang, it's going to bring you somewhere here. And when I get into content, I'm going to get a whole bunch of drop-down menus here. Now, you may have to expand them by clicking on the plus or minus sign here. So we're going to start off with Unit 1. So I'm going to expand Unit 1 material. And what you're going to notice about Unit 1 material, it's going to give you some overviews and materials and whatnot, but it's broken down by unit, okay, by unit, okay, and then section, and then by lesson. So the very first lesson I'm going to overview for you is going to be Unit 1, Section 1, Lesson 1. We're going to do a quick overview of the collision theory. Might be only 5 minutes, but if you want some background information on the collision theory, if that's something you're having trouble with, then you can click right here. Now, it's the second link that takes you to the course material. So if you want to read some background information on the collision theory, again, content, then you go unit, section, lesson, and you'll go through, and each thing is highlighted here. So if you're interested in refreshing yourself on the factors that affect reaction rates, then that would be Lesson 3, and again, I'll do a brief overview of that, but if you want to read the information for yourself, you'll find it there. So that's how we will be presenting the information, by unit, section, and then lesson. So that when I save my recordings and any material that I save, it's going to be saved in that format, so that's what I'm referring to. When I say U1, S1, L1, that's what I'm referring to. So that's how I'm going to present it to you. It's going to be U1, S1, L1, and that's going to be your cue to say, okay, I know where to get that. I go to my content, I click on Unit 1, I go to Section 1, then I would go to Lesson 1. That's going to give me background reading. All right? And that's how it's linked up. Okay. Now, if we click on content again, what you're going to find is I have another link here called Student Resources. So what you can do is you can expand that link right there, and that'll bring you to something that looks like this. And you're going to have some information here about tables and charts. Here's your STSE readings. There's 4 of them. You may want to go and grab them and print them up. Okay, but again, I'll be reviewing these STS readings if we get a chance. And there's going to be a whole bunch of other review material here, study guides, old final exams with answer keys posted and whatnot, public exam reviews, which takes you back to that link that we have there for the public exam reviews. So a whole bunch of information. This is going to be a pretty neat little button right here, this content link button. All right, that's the guy that's going to provide all this information. The other button that's going to be important to you guys is going to be the discussions button. All right, discussions button. If you need to access me or give me some information or provide, say, sir, do you think you can do another one of those ICE table questions? I really have trouble with that. And if enough people put in that request for that particular type of material, then I'll focus a little more in that area. All right, so that's how you're going to link that discussion, and that's what I'll be posting some information here for you guys to get. So you'll see the discussion postings. It'll come up saying that you have new discussion postings. All right, so if you have anything that you really want me to focus on, then drop it in the discussion posting there, and that'll get to me. Okay, so that's the two links that are going to be important for you guys: content and discussions. Okay, and in discussions, I'm going to have anything that I post here is going to be posted by unit. So remember, like Unit 1 is everything that has to do with reaction rates, etc. All right, so there we go. All right, so here's the home page again, and just a reminder, anything that I want you guys to do, any information here, anything new, I'll post here and in the discussions and in the content link. And with that said, that's my overview, introduction finished. The next thing you hear from me is going to be a quick review of Unit 1, Section 1, Lesson 1. All right, it's going to be a very quick and fast couple of weeks. The public exam is coming fast. The main thing for you guys, get your information,